Every year, approximately 1.5 lakh people die on Indian roads, out of which 70,000 are two-wheeler accidents. The major reason behind this is overloading. But what is Tata trying to do to fix the problem? In FY16, Tata was in terrible condition, that it has only 4.6% in market share. But in the next 6 years, something happened, and now Tata's market share was doubled, and today Tata files a record of 158 patents in FY 2023. And this is the highest number of cumulative patents in the country by an Indian OEM manufacturing commercial and passenger cars. Most importantly, in this episode, we are going to understand the interesting future projects of Tata. Why Nano failed and what did Tata do to fix the situation? And most importantly, what happens if Nano would become a successful car? These days, there is a lot of buzz about Nano EV, but very less people are telling the true story behind it. There are many unknown facts that people don't know about Nano. Having their own car, a house, is still a dream for many Indians. Do you know that first Tata wanted to manufacture a safe two-wheeler, then it became four wheels with no windows and doors, and finally Tata decided to make a car. 12th May 2022, Tata made an Insta post about what motivated him to create Nano. And how many of you know that Tata's Nano target was bike market and not car market? But what was the problem that Tata wanted to fix through the invention of Nano? Indian road safety law allows only 2 people to ride a bike. But what happens when a family of 4 or 5 needs to go somewhere? They have to make a choice. Pile onto a crowded bus or adjust on a bike, where most people choose to adjust on a bike. It's not a decision anyone should have to make, but for many families, it's the only option instead of crowded bus. By doing so, they risk their lives. This is the problem Tata wanted to solve, and the solution is our Nano. So, Tata decided to make two-wheelers safe. First, it was a four-wheeler with no doors and windows. Then, finally, he decided to make a car, Nano, for a very affordable price, 1 lakh rupees. Why did Nano fail? What was the major reason behind its failure? According to Sir Tata, the major reason why Nano failed is due to its wrong marketing.
But the greatest mistake we made, in my view, which is our mistake, was the salespeople in Tata Motors, the car branded as the cheapest car, rather than the most affordable car for the people, have a negative impact on the market. The people didn't want to be seen in the cheapest car.
The word cheap car destroyed the dream of Tata. But what did Tata do to fix the situation? Tata made 22 crore worth of a nano car made of gold, diamond and silver. But already the damage has been done. The word cheap car has spread like a wildfire. Let us once flip the coin and understand what if Nano would have become successful. First, the accidents would have reduced drastically, happening due to overloading. Second, most of the people would be happy that they can travel in their own dream car. Not only in India, but middle class people all over the world would also afford to purchase their own cars. But the biggest challenge over here is traffic. 75% of the vehicles on Indian roads are two-wheelers, and only about 8% of Indians have their own cars. If Nano becomes affordable, most of the two-wheelers would be replaced with Nano, which would lead to more traffic jams. This is an example of how solving a problem brings us another challenge. Similar cases with social media and smartphone. We can connect with people who are far from us, but there is also an increase in cybercrime and addiction in the world either. Another great example of the same is plastic. It made packaging more convenient in the short term, but causing harm to the nature. And a real-time example of the same is AI. It is increasing people's productivity, but don't know about the jobs displacement. And now, what do you think about this? But does this mean a country with a higher percentage of four-wheelers would have always lead to traffic jams? The answer is no. America and Australia, these are the countries with a higher percentage of four-wheelers on the road. A study found that 84% of Canadians own a car. The government should actively develop infrastructure to avoid traffic jams. What's more interesting is recently there is a buzz that Tata Nano is coming back. Is really Nano coming back, or it's just another rumor about Nano? If you see this picture of the car and have been told that Tata Nano is coming back, this is fake news. The actual vehicle is Toyota, and people edited it with Tata logo. But wait, the story doesn't end here. Recently, Ratan Tata drives a modified Nano EV made by the company Electra EV. This adds a hope to us that the dream of Nano is still present in Tata's mind. But does this mean that we can't drive our own affordable car? Will the dream of having a own car is still going to remain as a dream? The answer is no. If you look back on the history, in 1991, Ratan Tata became the chairman of Tata Group, and Tata Motors were the largest truck maker in India. In 1998, Ratan Tata decided to focus on building modern passenger cars. At the end of the year 1998, Tata Motors launched Tata Indica. Tata Indica was the first modern car ever to be designed by an Indian company. It was Ratan Tata's dream project. But when the car launched in the market, it was not what he had expected. The car sales were so poor that the Tata Group decided to sell its car business. In 1999, Ford was interested in buying Tata car business. They invited Tata Group to Detroit. Ratan Tata and his team flew all the way to Detroit. The Tata and the Ford officials were in a meeting where Ratan Tata was humiliated in front of his team by the Ford chairman Bill Ford. He returned. Now Tata turned all his focus to Tata Motors. With no time, Tata Motors became the most successful car company all over the world. By 2008, Tata Motors has the best-selling car in the market. But on the other hand, Ford was struggling to make profit from their sales. 2008, Ratan Tata offered to buy Jaguar and Land Rover series from Ford. These were Ford's worst-selling cars back then. And finally, Tata Motors acquired Jaguar Land Rover JLR from Ford from $2.3 billion. Ratan Tata could have humiliated Bill Ford like just the way he was humiliated back in 1999. But he did not do that, and today about 67% of Tata Motors' total revenue comes from JLR. Ratan Tata is a man who never give up. We have already seen it not once but twice that despite having poor sales of Indica, Tata worked hard and made it best-selling car, and taking the JLR from Ford and improving it is another great example. And now we hope the same happens with Nano and our dreams will come true. This reminds us of an important lesson that whosoever you are must be ready to face challenges in order to reach great heights. And not only that, in the year 1980, the cost of 1 to 2 GB HDD is around $81,000. This is approximately equal to more than $2 lakh in present day terms. But today, the cost of 4 TB, which is around 4000 GB of HDD, is $50. The capacity has been increased to more than 2000 times, but even though the price remains less than 1/10, if we can make storage, we can make cars too. Price continues to drop as technology improves.